Love is Blind, executive producer says, "We just need nice men." EP Ali Simpson talks about the Season 8 reunion, fan criticism, and how the show has changed over the past 5 years. Ali Simpson knows there can be a blind spot in Love is Blind's casting. After only one couple tied the knot in Season 8, the executive producer revealed how challenging it can be to recruit nice men onto the Netflix dating show. "We think it is such a cool experience and experiment for people to do, and we want to bring on really quality individuals," Ali told Rolling Stone in an interview published March 10. "We want people to want to do it because we've seen it work." However, she admitted that the social media aspect does sometimes scare away people who are thoughtful about that. While dating shows can't guarantee contestants will find love on air, she emphasized that their series does work. Along with the recent seasons Taylor Hogg and Daniel Hastings getting married, Taylor Krause found her Prince Charming in Garrett Josemans during Season 7. Meanwhile, for 2 Season 1 couples, Lauren Speed Hamilton and Cameron Hamilton as well as Amber Pike and Matt Barnett, their romances are as strong as ever. "If you look at the husbands who come from the show, it's the really nice guys who it works out for," Ali said. "We just need nice men. Sometimes I feel like social media is scaring some nice guys off, so we've enlisted the help of some former participants." As for what the Love is Blind alums do, she added, "They'll sometimes get on the phone with people before they come on the show and answer questions about what's it's really like, and they'll put them at ease. That's not a measure of success for us," she explained. "It's an experiment, and what we always say is, there is zero pressure to say yes to getting married. We say, we want you to have all the information so when you get to the altar, you make the right decision for you." For Bliss Poridazadi Goitowski and Zach Goitowski, saying, "I do," was just the beginning of their fairy tale romance. After all, the Season 4 contestants welcomed their daughter Galileo in May 2024. And despite their unconventional meeting, the couple looks forward to their children learning how they fell in love. "We do talk about how our child is going to one day have to tell their friends the story of how their parents met, and they definitely will have a very interesting story to share," Bliss told People in November 2023. "I think it's really beautiful that they'll be able to see their beginnings. Our story wasn't a straight line, but I think that's also important for them to know that sometimes things aren't a straight line and people make mistakes and you can be redeemed and you can correct them," she continued. "Life is a journey and it's not always perfect. So, I think it's a beautiful thing for our child to one day see when they're old enough to see who else said, 'I do,' and 'I don't,' on Love is Blind," read on. Lauren O'Brien and David Bettenberg, not together. Their romance failed to take off once the pair landed in Honduras, with Dave revealing he and his then-fiancée had mutual friends in common. But it wasn't the similar inner circles that proved to be the problem, but rather, Dave's hesitation in moving forward after they told him about Lauren hooking up with someone they knew before the show. Not to mention, Dave also didn't want to introduce Lauren to his friends and family, noting that his dad didn't know of his engagement and that his sister, who became a big point of contention, disapproved of their relationship altogether. Monica Danus and Joey Levile, not together. One of the most compatible couples of the season, most viewers assumed Monica and Joey would make it down the aisle and beyond. However, when it came to saying, "I do," Monica instead said, "I don't right now. In this moment, it's 100%, she said through tears, "and I just feel like we're not quite there." As for Joey, he agreed with every word. "That's totally okay," he explained after hugging her. "I think we both have a tremendous amount of love for each other, and that's apparent. But I think there's bigger things and bigger growth. And I agree, I don't think I would be ready. And to be completely honest, I'm also not 100% at this time." Though Ben and Sarah seem to disagree on major components of their life together, including religion and politics, by wedding day, the pair seem to have gotten on the same page. But ultimately, they decided to end their shared story. As Sarah, who said "I don't" to a future with Ben, explained, "Ben, I love you so much but I always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength, and so today, I can't. I'm sorry but I don't want that to be misunderstood." She later added, "I know that the connection we have is so real and my heart is there, but when we talked about a lot of the values I hold so close to my heart, making this decision, my mind is telling me I can't." Another couple who seemed to be focused on the road ahead post-pods, Devin and Virginia, got along perfectly fine, that is, until the topic of having a prenup came up. But it was even bigger issues that proved to be enough for Virginia, leading her to ultimately saying no to spending the rest of her life with Devin. I think that in a lot of our relationship, I wanted to protect Devin, she said, through tears, after the leaving the altar. And I don't know if that's a cultural thing, but it's always been important for me to protect him. So, there were even topics that he didn't want to talk about, like politics. There were just certain things he just didn't want me to push on. So there was just depths of our relationship that we didn't get to. We just didn't get there. After all was said and done, there was at least one couple who did say yes to forever and a season of love past Christmas, Daniel and Taylor. Though the pair seemed to face quite the hurdle, Taylor was convinced Daniel followed, then unfollowed her on Instagram before the show and therefore, knew what she looked like. They managed to clear that particular obstacle. In fact, after exchanging emotional vows. Though the now famed art dealer decided to pop the question to the Keeping Well author following his love triangle with Hannah Giles, the pair ultimately decided after their short engagement, they were better off as friends. The chemistry just wasn't there, Britney previously told People in a joint interview with Leo. We had a talk in the beginning about how this could work and then time went on during the trip and the chemistry just wasn't there and we mutually felt that. We're very good communicators, so it was not a big ordeal. It was a very clean, respectful realization. Mallory Zapata and Salvador Perez, not together. During the season finale, Sal wasn't able to say, "I do." In an E! News interview, he revealed that he was single after filming. Dating in the future now. He said, "I don't even know the approach. I think the best approach is stay off the dating apps.